And I can't stand these growing pains. Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, woo, yeah. Now watch this, baby, 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 baby. Now, ooh, woo, 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 woo. And you know that it's true. You know that it's true. Yo, greetings, peace and blessings. Alright, so I had this place really cleaned up, but in the last 2 days I've accumulated more work. I mean, it got hit in the last couple of days. Yesterday when I was out working, I made one stop where I picked up all of that aluminum right there. All of that is aluminum. And as you guys can see, I had moved everything out. I had it clean. I mean, down to the ground. This glass and stuff came with the aluminum that you see there on the ground. It was like that when I brought it in here. Some of it got shaken up and upset on the back of the truck. Changed its structure. The molecules changed their arrangement with each other, meaning that there was either heat or cold added to the equation, or vibrations. Believe it or not, that's what changes molecules, vibrations and temperature. So as you can see, glass can have a dramatic molecule change. It went from that to that. Okay, so now we're going to move right along. I'm going to be going in the back to do some work. I'm actually going to be cruising these alleys. I went and got these things right here. This is a good grade of iron. They pay you more money for that. You can see that wheel right there. It's got a different metal in the middle. That's aluminum. You can tell by the application of how it looks. You see, I don't have to put a magnet on that to know what the metal is, because I've been doing this so long. What I would do is take my sledgehammer, lay that just like it is, and bust that metal in the middle out. Sell that as a different metal because it has a different value to it. All this stuff I just accumulated in about the last 40 minutes. I paid a guy for these wheels. I paid him about $20 for them. I should double up on it. That stuff is the remnant of that gutter system that I tore up yesterday. It's just a different metal. And you see it's the same color because it's the same paint. They were different metals that were both incorporated into a structure and painted the same color. That's one thing about this business. You got to know the metals to make your money. That stove I picked up from somebody the other day in that refrigerator. I remember that stove came from Rob. Rob is one of my favorite contractors. Well, he is my favorite contractor. I shouldn't say one of my favorite. That guy, he feeds me. He keeps me busy. Him and Garrett. Mostly it's Rob that called me, but most of the work that Rob gets, he gets it through Garrett. People you don't know, but you'll hear their names from time to time. Eventually they might show up in one of these segments. Yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna get this stuff. My plan is to take this out the back of the truck and put it in that space right there that you're looking at. So this space that's occupied could be empty. Pick up more wealth. Okay? Now remember, one thing that we need to focus on more in our lives is that from the nothing comes the absolute. What that means is, when I rented this building, it was empty. There was nothing in here, but I had a plan. I had a spiritual vibration that said, you hit this building, you ride around, you fill it up with shit you can sell. Turn to money, sustain yourself. So, from the nothing, from the thought realm, comes the absolute. I manifested a thought, put it into effect. I have a job now, as you can see. Okay? That's how that works. Peace and blessings. Alrighty then. So, I'm back. I'm in the alley now. I left right after I was talking to you guys. I spoke with the guy next door to me that owns the cube at that property I rent at. And me and him got on the subject of me moving some stuff he didn't want away from his resident, and he started informing me of his past as a pizza delivery person. I formed in my past as a pizza delivery person. And we both agreed that you can make a lot of money delivering pizzas. I did that for a while, but now I'm in the alley scrapping. And so we just talk about profession. I brought that up just to ease my way into the notification of why I am here. I'm here to show people that I do a divine thing every day. I created a job for myself that's helping restore the equal balance of our planet, which I feel everyone should employ as one of the main descriptions of a job ethic. It should be, what is this doing for your environment? You know, if certain jobs out there is causing you to be a destructive individual to your ecosystem or to others that live in your ecosystem, maybe you need to reevaluate your whole acceptance of that position and try to think of the possibility of everyone creating their own source of income. It can be there, it can be done. All you got to do is have confidence in self and take the necessary risk to create a job. Depend on your universal intelligence and your universal mother backup, which is greater than anything. That's the vagina per potential. It's always there. We just don't use it because we are so sold on the essence of sustainment being male. That's where you get screwed up at, according to me. And really, that's a universal principle, but it's a universal principle that I subscribe to when I say according to me. I didn't make these that way. I just know about it. And it's in a whole lot of opposition to the normality of what's the norm here on the earth. But what's the norm here on the earth, according to me, is been implemented by a very destructive, corruptive source of the entity, invasion, intruder that has stagnated knowledge and replaced it with openings and extravagances. Okay, I'll be back as soon as I find some scrap. Peace.
Going around and doing this because it helps people in the environment, and you know, it saves us some money and makes you some money.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Perfect situation, in my opinion.
It's a win-win-win, right?
It is all the way around. Yeah.
Well, would you tell the documented watchers how I encountered you today? What went on? The whole dynamics.
I just saw you driving by up the alley, and I thought, oh, scrap metal guy. Hold on, I've got some metal for him. So when you turned around, I called you out and you introduced yourself, and yeah.
And what's that you're holding in your hand?
Oh, right here. This is ASAR's. ASAR's?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Recycling services. Does all sorts of stuff. Keep the environment clean.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate your observation of that. Now let's show the lookers what it is that you want me exactly to remove for you, okay?
Come on over.
All right, good. So as you guys know, I've already documented this type of activity before, and this guy right here has been very, very supportive of what I got going on.
We got some galvanized steel and pipes and things that we've torn out of the old part of the house, and we're replacing them with something more modern. So this is a great opportunity to get rid of this without taking it to a landfill, which just, you know, causes more problems, and this go back into the recycle and be reused again.
Very wise.
Great idea.
Hey, thank you. So I'm glad that you are one of the people that took time out to let me document you, because what you said right there was so profound, and I guarantee you that this will show up in my newsletter and everything.
Oh, good.
So
okay.
I hope you're not.
And you have a website where, or you just
it's
go
not on
YouTube
there.
And say,
yes.
Go to and look, search under ASAR's recycling, and
that's right.
Find it.
All right, thank you, sir.
Awesome.
Okay, it's a wrap, you guys. Hey, this guy did a very good job. You would almost think that I know this guy, but I swear to you guys, it's just it happened.
No, we never met until the last 3 minutes ago.
Good deal. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, peace and blessings, everyone. Greetings. Okay, as you can see, from the nothing comes the absolute. I threw that together yesterday. I went home like about 4:15. I was tired. I had worked all day. I was over here, over there, hitting the alley trail, and the scrap just kept moving along. I say I put about, that's probably $50 to $100 on that truck right now. That's what I'm thinking. Might not be that much, but I think it's 1,000 pounds. Might not be. Well, it's not all on the truck. I got it there, that right there, some more stuff right there. This right here, it's a better grade. right there of iron. It pays more cash. So that would not go with what's on the truck right now. I actually had to buy that stuff from somebody. A lot of that go out in this game. You could buy stuff from people, or you could find it as it applied right here with the rubber on it. This is what I mean by I bought it. It was a guy that had 20 tires in his backyard. They was in that shape, but that one right there. The centerpiece is steel. That's what I want. The bad product is that rubber. That's garbage. Gotta get rid of that. So what I do is I take it to my man JP Tires. Next time I go in, I'm gonna take this camera with me so I can film it and show you guys how that works. I take them to him when they look like that. When I go back and get them from him, they look like this. And the tire be gone. He disposed of the tire. It costs him anywhere from $2 to $3 to get rid of the rubber. That's where the problem come in. Can I make money out of the deal? I'm getting ready to find out now. I see these things laying all over town. There is a method of getting this rubber off via very hard work with, you see that? This is the remnant of what used to be a bona fide tire shredder. It was synonymous, symbiotic with my muscle power. That was the only way I was able to work. As you can see, I worked that fucker to death. Excuse me, I worked him to death. I gotta watch my language sometimes, but I am living in a very fast, aggressive world, so my language is synonymous with that. I can't walk around with a Jesus complex of purity and no thoughts of violence in my mind. That's bullshit. I am very aware of where I'm at. This is a very hostile environment that we live in and under on this planet Earth. So if profanity comes out of my mouth sometimes, it's only because it's a part of the normal fabrication of our environment. Profanity actually is an invention of the white man. No other language before him had any slang in it whatsoever. No other languages prior to him had vowels. Vowels have specific reasons. They are only utilized and changed from one subject to another by the removal or the placement of a single icon or symbol. See, you can take the word. Let's give me your example. The word, I'll get back to that. But you guys know what I'm talking about. We're talking about words that have change of vowels, like then and then. THEN, THAN. Same thing. Same words sound like this and that, but they only manipulate and play on the concept of what they actually mean when they apply to the structure of a sentencing that's around it. Words should be abiding. That means that any word should stay the pretense of what it is subjected to be, whether it's by itself or accompanied with other words. That's the way a true alphabet or a true writing system should be. You should be able to give one word that will be an icon or a sigil that will have a whole bunch of information that accompany just that one sigil. That's what the Medu Neter, the Greeks called the hieroglyphic writing of the ancient commandments, was all about. It was an iconic symbol of intelligence that used symbols, letters, and imagination more than anything, because it was according to your state of consciousness determined what type of information you were able to receive from the writings. Okay? So what I'm here to let you guys see is the shape of things right now. Okay? Alright, see where we at? And then at the end of the day, I'm going to show you guys where we are. My objective is to get this place cleaned up and get my truck organized to have a completion load attached to it tomorrow, okay? Peace and blessings. See you soon. That's it right there. The chemtrail.